Hello, I'm gonna go on a little rant before I try to sell you the course again, which is gonna stop selling tomorrow for the sale price. But we're gonna let's go through a couple of things here that not pissed me off, but enraged me a tiny bit in the last week since I launched the course. So let's go into the trolls. Issue number one. I employed the help of a lot of my friends on YouTube. Because I'm pretty well connected. I do Gear Street, they're in my houses, so they might as well, help me out, sell something. So when you have a product, which I do now, okay, I have a songwriting course, which is actually very good and a fair value. When you have a product, you're trying to maximize the exposure of said product. So can you get mad at the brand for trying to let you know that the product exists? You might. Okay, I'm the brand in this case. I'm trying to maximize exposure and have as many people talk about it and show it as possible. So if you want to get mad at me for that, then you're going to have to get mad at every single brand you've ever bought anything from, whether it's cornflakes or a TV or a pedal or whatever. That is what you do when you have a product. Now, I have a lot of friends in the YouTube world. Now, obviously, I'm going to ask them from the smallest channel with 250 subs to the biggest channel that I know with 4 million subs. We ask the people that can give us exposure. That is what you do as a brand, which in this case I am. Now, why in the world would you, not you guys that were nice, but the people that trolled, why would you dumb shits get mad at my friends, whether it would be, I don't know, Colin Scott, Carlos Asensio, Glenn Fricker, KDH, Phil McKnight, Brian Wampler. I mean, the list goes on, Jake Lee, Lee Fuge, all the Lees, blah, blah, blah. All these people that did videos about my course, why would you get mad at them? So you don't want friends supporting friends. Is that what you're saying? You want to live in a world where friendships don't matter? There is a universally understood gesture for people that think like this. So why would you get mad at my friends for trying to support a friend? That is just asinine. That is losing all faith in humanity. I have a thing that needs to be spread. They're friends, they're helping. So there, that is why you saw a lot of videos on many channels, because we're fucking friends and friends help each other, period. Let's go into comments that I read about you can't learn songwriting, either you have it or you don't. That's, of course, the biggest utter bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Now, that means you cannot get better at songwriting by listening to a lot of songs. That's one way to get better at songwriting. Get experience in listening to what other people are doing. Now, if you would say you can do that, wouldn't you then say, yeah, but then everything that you learned by listening and doing it instinctively, these techniques that clearly work and you're adapting them, which is what you do with experience and listening to a lot of songs and making a lot of mistakes yourself, wouldn't you be able to kind of skip over that step? Or in addition to that step, get faster by someone showing you those techniques that you have to find out for yourself by listening to a lot of songs directly. Now, of course you can learn songwriting. Of course you can teach songwriting. And of course you can learn it. The magical stuff has to happen to you. The chord you play wrong, you have to play that wrong. You have to be able to recognize that it's a wrong chord, but that it's cool. You have to recognize the cool. That cannot be taught. Any one of you that's good at pattern recognition, if you do like an IQ test, is probably someone who can recognize a pattern in a song, know that it's good, and then develop it. And for that development, you have techniques. And those techniques can absolutely be taught. So everyone who says you either have it or you don't, and songwriting can't be taught, blah, 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 that is mumbo-jumbo bullshit and absolutely 100% incorrect. This is a skill like any other. That's the same thing as saying mixing can't be taught. You either hear it or you don't. Guitar playing can't be taught. You either know how to do it or you don't. You see what you did? Music is a skill that can be honed and refined by getting information. So, songwriting can't be taught. Universally accepted symbol, pudding! I'm sorry, it just pisses me off. It's so ignorant. Why are you ignorant, people? One that really stuck with me is those who can do and those who can't teach. Obviously, again, utter bullshit. Because I have done a lot. I mean, I've made money and a salary for years doing nothing other than actually writing my own albums. So, which brings us to another point that's related. Who is this guy that is talking about songwriting? What has he done? How many hits has he written? Oh my God! Well, obviously, I've got a summa cum laude from Berklee College of Music in 2 majors, so it doesn't mean anything. I don't know, but I do know what it takes to create a song in many different styles. And really, all that you have to do to find out is Google me. There's thousands of reviews of my albums out there, which is a lot of albums. And primarily they're saying they're good. Now, I've read some comments where people are saying, oh, I've heard this stuff in his videos and that's cringe. Guys, you fuckheads, that's taste. Okay? I'm an old fart. I do a lot of AOR type, 80s hard rock, classic rock. There's indie stuff with Campaign Like Clockwork, indie rock. There's a huge variety. Now, these comments are the typical internet, I see one thing and then I focus on that. So the funniest comment is, this guy's just a YouTuber. Why is he talking about songwriting? He's just a gear to you YouTuber. So that means that Pete Thorne cannot ride a bicycle. Well, I mean, you've clearly seen Pete Thorne, great musician, but you've never seen him ride a bicycle, right? So therefore, he possibly cannot ride a bicycle because what you know about him defines him as a human being, right? You're done. You watch a video of Pete Thorne, you know, cool gear, knows tone, knows how to play, writes great tracks, but that obviously completely defines him, and he cannot possibly ride a bicycle or have a hamster, because you've never seen it. If I haven't seen the hamster on Pete Thorne's channel, Pete Thorne very clearly fucking hates hamsters. He hates the fuckers. Glenn Fricker, I mean, that's a fact, doesn't know how to open an umbrella. How do you know that? Well, have you ever seen him open an umbrella on his channel? You fucking trolls that write shit like this need to understand that you don't know us. You see me in this room and you say, well, he's a trust fund kid that just brags with his gear, which is obviously utter and complete bullshit. Okay? I have not bought 98% of the stuff that you see behind me. My channel is gear related. I demonstrate it, which is a lot of work, takes a lot of money in cameras and all that stuff. We're working with 2 people around the clock to bring you videos. That is a business that we have. We're doing it in an honest way, okay? We get in trouble with brands, we fight with brands, we turn down videos because brands have shitty products that I'm not gonna peddle on you, but this is a business. So people see this and they're like, this is just some guy, and rich guy who wants to brag with this stuff. Why the fuck would I make videos if I had the money to buy all this stuff? Why would I spend 12 hours a day making videos? You idiots. And not you guys, I mean the other guys. But that's the thing, you see these YouTubers and then you build a story around them. And then you want to hate them because most of you want to be us because we got the cool gear. The fact that we actually don't have time to play it, beside the point. You don't see that. You don't see the other work that goes in. But you want to define us based on this much information that you have. Glenn Fricker is a loud guy that yells at people. So therefore, Glenn Fricker is a loud guy that yells at people. Glenn Fricker is the nicest fucking guy in the world. He is super kind. He cares about his friends. And yes, he can open an umbrella. I've seen him do it. You haven't. So many of you therefore think he cannot open an umbrella because you've never seen. Like, you're defining us in this narrow world. You know what? There's stuff left and right of the camera. There's stuff behind of the camera. I'll let you know a secret. When the camera's off, I actually go and do other things. I have a loving wife. I have animals. I drive to McDonald's. I'm downloading Zelda right now. Am I talking about video games in my videos? No. Do I play a video game if I have time, which I rarely do? Yes, I do. You don't know these things. Therefore, why would someone say he's just a gear YouTuber? What does he know about songwriting? Well, if you took 90 seconds in your tiny little trolley fingers and typed in Henning Pauly career on Google, or what has Henning Pauly done, or who is Henning Pauly, you will find out that there's a vast amount of stuff you didn't know about me. And maybe then you don't fucking write shitty comments like this. I know getting mad at trolls is stupid and, I look like a petty guy now. No, that's not the point. I just want to give you a little bit of background information because these comments are asinine. Okay, it's just dumb. What has he done? Well, I've written countless albums with big people who come back to me. James LeBrie comes to me for advice on his new album. Am I mentioning this in videos on my channel? Well, right now I am, but am I putting this in a gear video? No, so you don't know about it. But just don't think that you know shit because of the very narrow field of any of us. So wait, RJ Ronquillo is, or Ronquillo, RJ. He's just this YouTuber? Are you saying that about him? Plays with freaking Stone Sour and, I don't know, a million other bands. He's a very, very, very seasoned studio guy and touring guy. What, Tim Pierce is just this YouTube guy because that's what you've seen of him? You wouldn't say that because you took the 3 seconds that it takes to find out more. So before you write shit like this, maybe consider that Pete Thorne likes hamsters and Glenn Fricker knows how to open an umbrella. Even though never happens in videos. Okay, that's that rant over. Do I know how to write songs? Have I worked with Madonna? No. Have I written thousands? Yes. Have I done countless albums? Yes. Have these been reviewed by the press around the world? Yes. Does that matter? No. I still know what a good song is. And you know what? I can teach it. I don't know. That's just... If you don't believe that, don't get the course. But don't be an ass about it. So, it looks like some people are not grabbing the course. That's my hunch. Because you think it's this daunting task, 52 hours of material. Well, look, if you want to skip the interviews, fine. Then it's only 45 hours of material or something like this. Well, that's still very daunting. Here's the thing. You'd probably rather buy a 5-hour course because then you know what you're getting and what to focus on. You can get Almost But Not Quite Complete Guide to Songwriting and see it as a 2-year project. Start watching the harmony stuff. Watch the first 3 lessons. Let them sit. Watch them again. Do it bit by bit. Nobody says you have to watch this in one sitting. Work on your progressions. Make them more interesting. Start working with secondary dominance. Go back to your songs. Implement the secondary dominance. And then come back. Take the next 2 lessons. Work on those. And when you've got all this, start working on lyrics. This is not something you're supposed to do overnight. This is a massive journey to improve your songs, to understand music, to be able to take the snippets that inspiration has given you, and develop it. That's what the course is about. It is going to stop being on sale tomorrow, which means right now you can still get it for $2.99, and the giveaway of over $4,600 of stuff also ends tomorrow. So California midnight, tonight, something like this, it ends. So you have a very, very small window to grab the course and start your journey on actually developing these skills. And I'm sorry that I ranted at the trolls, but the thing is, these comments do sit somewhere. We do read the comments. And when people just write about us in comments as if we are blind and ignorant and don't read them, that's again ignorant. We interact with our community. We read the comments. And what you write matters to us. And what you write can hurt. Okay? I mean, not drastically, but it's just, some of the stuff is stupid. You know, he's a YouTuber. What has he written? Google it. It's just simple. Okay? Very, very simple. Okay. All I wanted to tell you is, course is still on sale for $2.99. The giveaway still runs. You can get it now until Europe time, tomorrow noonish, something like, yeah, about that. CET. There's a counter on the website. Go get it now. Join the VIP Spectre group on Facebook. Join the Discord. We'll talk to you. We'll check out your songs, stuff like this. Rafa, of course, is in it too. Get the almost but quite get the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting. And just when you comment on videos, maybe consider that there are people behind it, and people that are much, much, much more than the person sitting in front of a camera talking about gear. Let's look at my friend Mike Milton, who sadly passed away. We knew him as a China guitar skeptic. I knew him as the guy who talked about the Monterey Strat and wouldn't shut up about it. And after his death, I found out that he's a brilliant songwriter and a great vocalist. I never took the time to even ask him about this stuff. I never took the time to learn that this is the other thing he does. He was a director at a drama school, and so many young kids looked up to him in guiding them through their journey. There is, and again, so many things I didn't know. There are so many more layers to a social media guy, girl, whatever. Before you write hurtful things, maybe learn about the people that you're insulting, because maybe then you're not insulting them. I personally would never, but that's just me. And I was raised right. You know? Hey, Mom, you did a good job. Get the Almost But Not Quite Complete songwriting now. Links below. Thanks for watching. And sorry I yelled at you.
My way, I left the path I went astray.